Good day, my dear Sheena. I was literally having a whole life discussion with myself as I started this video. And from the moment I decide to shoot something, everything is usually connected. So the first thing I did was recognize that I was playing one frequency. Let me flip this. I was playing one frequency, and then another one started just as I was about to hit record. And I was like, let me see what it's for, because usually it lines up with the energy in the video. So, Reiki to purify, heal, repair, and strengthen your auric health rays. For me, that feels like healing your magnet or the way that your magnet is attracting. Let's see. Auric rays. Aura is the energy that animates our physical body. Auric rays refers to the subtle radiant energy field or aura that is believed to surround and interpenetrate the human body. It is thought to be an emanation of energy reflecting the individual's physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual state. The concept of an auric ray is rooted in various spiritual and esoteric traditions. Let's look at the picture because I just got the ping for what this message means for you because you hired me for a Synastry reading, right? And here we are, starting off the beginning of the reading, talking about how we attract certain people and things to ourselves, and how we have to, as now conscious, aware people, dig deeper as we go on our healing journey to repair ourselves. As you become your own healer, you're able to extend that energy to other people. And this is something that's just going to happen naturally as you continue to dig deeper. So, in this case, I think this is part of a lesson that you're going to be taking this energy in about how to maintain your field. So this is going to repair tears, energy that has been displaced. Like if you've given more and it hasn't been replenished, this cleaning out other people's stuff. Like this is going to start a chain reaction, and probably because it's playing in the back of this, it is still gonna happen anyway. I think that's why I actually started playing sounds in the background. The videos are coded or embedded with healing. Is my Saturn return? I said Saturn. Oh Lord, I don't want that. It's my solar return today, so this is my first video I'm doing, and I'm like, hold on, my gifts are working sort of different today. Usually, I have to dig through my Rolodex for the answers. I'm doing something, but it's coming pretty like seamlessly. Like this healing thing you need to do once or twice a week. You have to keep yourself clean. It's like you do a lot of work in the astral, I'm getting. And so what happens with you is you track dirt back in your field. So say you're out there Buffy the freaking Vampire Slayer every night in Dream World, right? And this is the picture I was looking for. And I'm getting that I need to send you this link. So let me just copy it so I don't forget afterwards. Uh, that's little. Okay. So healthy field, strong, impenetrable. If this one was totally accurate, you would see that not only did it shrink or constrict, which is a lower vibration, right? Like sometimes that's a way to protect yourself, like to shrink in and to like snatch your life back from vampires and to make yourself like dimmer so you don't get attacked. But it would also show like holes or tears or leaks that are spilling from your energy from different traumas, different spiritual fights. Like if you got stabbed in astral, you might have like a leaky foot or something. I don't know. But you have some dirt that you have been tracking back from your astral. I was going to say vacation. Sometimes they're vacations, but it feels like mostly you're doing different missions and helping people and stuff. But it has caused layers of other people's energies and trauma and stuff to pile up in your body. I would not be surprised if you physically feel the need to like stretch a lot. Like immediately when I tapped into your energy, that's what I felt like. Oh my gosh. Do you do yoga? You need some yoga, baby. Like, and something for your neck. Uh, Stone massage. I think that's what I'm getting. I don't do massage. I don't like people touching me. So, but it feels like something with hot stones because you need to relax. So that and like a steam, you need a spa day, baby. You need to loosen up all of this. But the tension that is coming down in the body is a reflection of the fighting and the stress that is going on with your soul's body while you're in the astral, right? So you are tensing up in your sleep as a result of this. You might even be crunching your teeth together. Your sleep is horrible, is what I'm feeling. And that is all in your physical body, but it's because your energy has been leaking. Like, imagine being in the apocalypse and everybody's looking for oil and your car is dripping oil as you're traveling. That is turning into in the 3D, you attracting certain people that are mirrors for the souls that are coming towards you in the physical. We noticed a little while ago that you had a pattern of attracting ones that were like wearing a cloak for the person that you were supposed to be with, but then the cloak fell off after a while. But it's like they're coming after your honey, if you will. So I actually have to pause this now because I didn't even have your charts pulled up. I didn't enter his information. And I usually do all that before I start, but I went immediately into this, like sort of off. Interesting. I think this is important. And there's something I'm going to be able to point out to you in the chart that's going to back all of this up. But once you learn the pattern, you'll be able to spot it when you pull up other charts now, if after I explain this to you. And you're also going to do way better with intentionally taking the time to seal the patches that you have in your aura. I'm getting that you can actually like sort of sit in your room, make sure like there are no distractions, like no sound, no nothing. You don't even need a frequency or anything in the background because you're going to be tuning into your own frequency when you do this. And somehow this turned into a energy lesson. I know this turned into spiritual gifts reading because you needed to know this in order for you not to have a psychotic break. And for you or for anybody, what a psychotic break is when the barrier that is between this world and that world no longer is there for you. You can see everything in its totality and it's sort of a freaky experience. Like you're here, but then you recognize like there's some men in black people because they're unsheathed when you're in the further or the realm in between, as opposed to here where everything is pretty like, solid. It don't look crazy like that. So you can sit in a quiet place and you need to focus on your breathing, on your chest, on your heart. And you can either start by, while breathing, imagine the energy circulating through you, like through your veins, like through your whole body, right? And you're going to do that a couple times till you feel it's clean organically. You're going to take that and keep spinning it like you're creating a cyclone, but you're creating a cyclone through, let's see how many layers. Now, there are 13 layers, but I don't feel like you have to clean all 13 layers. Let's say 8. Do that for 8 layers, and it's going to take a while. Your cleanses are going to take longer because that's how much power you're holding on to. What you're doing is you're clearing out your subconscious field, and I had this book sitting there. It's been a long week of a lot of stuff. This is the power of your subconscious mind. Unlock your master key to success. Some people, like if you have 12 house planets or a powerful energy in there, like Aries, your life is being run by the things that you don't realize that you picked up that are technically in your field, because that's Pisces energy. That's the energy of the ethereal, right? And it's like, I had to explain this to somebody this week. It's like you have a lot of power as a spirit. So you have a funnel of energy. And when you're in the positive, you're just whipping your own little hurricane around, making stuff happen for yourself, building all that, right? But if you are a person who's carrying much chaos or trauma, your cyclone is filled with debris. So while it's flying around, you done knocked out a cow, you done knocked over some houses and all that other stuff, as opposed to the other one that is sort of like just a wind that is dancing around. It has become a destruction because of all the energy that's in here. And it's attracting more debris, more chaos. Like if you're the type of person that wonders, like sometimes, why did I keep running into this? Why I got bad luck? Or why does stuff always happen? But your energy is pulling in chaos. It's dragging in chaos. So that book would be great for you. And when you sit down, you're going to feel when you have cleared each field. Like you're just going to know. But the first time you do it, it's going to take the longest. After the first time, you're going to be able to do it more like it'll come as second nature. You'll know when your energy is off. You'll know like, oh, I must have got like stabbed in my sacral chakra last night and just like, and then a little teardrop because you had to do soul surgery and click your stuff back in. But you'll get used to it because it's like soldier. So let me go ahead and pause this, and then I'll just pop back in after I get the charts together because I don't want to sit through all that typing in the video and it look like. Welcome back. We are still listening to, that's weird, that video went on forever, right? It felt like at least 20-30 minutes. We're only 15 minutes into this video. And then we'll both be surprised together as a YouTube ad enters and then tells us what frequency you need next, because all of this is just weird and it goes together. Look at God. So the synastry you came for, you are represented on the inside and your partner or inquiry is featured on the outside, right? So organically, what I would say based upon this is that you have been seeking a certain hope in regards to relationships again. Like, is there anything that is worth going after? Am I better just reserving myself or mentally prepping yourself for a life with just you? Is the energy, right? So that's where this person enters. Their Chiron, which is like their wound in life that they are meant to kind of take the L for, so they always have it as a lesson and something they can pass on to other people, is right at your rising. So not having you in this person's life prior to now was supposed to make him appreciate the feeling of family and home. This is especially important because that's my drum roll. His Venus is right next to his blessed, which is the area where he's blessed. And it's in your fourth house, which is actually your home. You being a Cancer rising, you've been seeking home this whole time. Your rising in his second house sort of means like your rising is who you are, your person, your physical body, right? Belongs in his house of like property. It's like the second house would be your bank in the chart. What do you have in your bank? Your eighth house would be like, what do you have in reserves? What do you have in stocks? What do you have in property? What do you have in other people's stuff that you own? The second house is things you got, skills, pieces in your arsenal for your use to attract things to you or things that you have earned. You were earned, I'm getting. So Priapus, which is this, and let me zoom in a little bit. In your chart is where you want to merge with something, where you want to intermingle, like become one. You having it next to his blessing and his Venus, it's like you wanted to be owned. You wanted to be together. So Juno, the wife asteroid, the soulmate asteroid, next to your moon, this is your home once again, your family. I'm noticing everything being triggered in the Cancer energy here. Your home is in your mind though. Like you always found a safe space of refuge mentally. And it could have been started in your childhood, just a separate place that you have for yourself. Nobody else is in there but this person. Like they touch on your soft spot that you didn't even know, because for you, a lot of your stuff was retrograde. Like this life went really, really slow as you were dormant. Because you have all these gifts and all this cool stuff to learn about now to catch up for the time that you were like knocked out karmically. So it's important for you also to know that you were secretly grieving about something, a contract that you had, something that you had to pass through at least the time that you were 32. I'm getting like it was an extension for you. You had to do a lot of good for a lot of bad that had been done previously, right? As a part of your karmic debt. But not being able to be with this person also because of that. This is his seventh house cusp. The seventh house cusp is the beginning of your marriage house. Your south node is right there. So this is a former spouse. please also know how your North Node, which is where you are directed, where you are guided, where you are headed, where you wanted to be routed in this life, is next to his ascendant, his rising. And it's in the sign of Taurus, which triggers the second house, second house. So Jupiter in first, this is somebody who came to be a husband, who wanted to make a change in the type of husband that he was based on this. This is triggering your wound from a past life, which probably goes to that part of you that was like, yeah, maybe I'll just spend time by myself because like I just need to recover from life and I only feel okay when I don't have other people up in my energy, right? That's what your Chiron says to me. His Jupiter says you're not going to be by yourself. I'm like right here in the clutch when you're giving up. It's the energy of that. But both of you had a retrograde, which means it was held back. It was something that had to wait to spiral upwards. There are things you guys had to learn in order to prepare to come into this connection together, or it would have been like a repeat of what happened before. Because it looks like you guys like sexually trigger each other, which seems like a great thing. Like, wow, I finally found my jam. But it causes like insane jealousy. Like you start thinking that person is so hot that everybody else must think that person is that hot too. And then your thoughts are just like, so y'all bring out the best and worst of each other, but it's so you can both fully understand who you are in your totality, to embrace yourself, to perfect yourself. You are working on the masterpiece, but the masterpiece is inside the body of Sheena and the person that you are paired up with, right? Y'all are optimizing each other, reflecting different things back to one another. So with that being said, let's see what the composite says, because the natal charts are the original design, what you came to do in the first place, how your energies trigger each other, your initial reactions to one another, and how your batteries work with one another, right? It would be the ingredients for a cake. The composite would be the cake, like what the relationship is supposed to get turned into, what the blueprint for the connection was once you got together. You are two individuals in the synastry chart, but in this composite chart, this is when two become one, when your energies merge with like that Priapus thing. So Gemini rising, that's a twin thing rising. 16th degree is a Virgo degree. So y'all could be writers, speakers, talkers, thinkers, but healing the Gemini connection seems to be important too. Here, South Node in Libra, past life as a couple, right? At the 19th degree, that's a Libra degree in the sign of Libra, right? In the fifth house, that's the fifth house of true love, children, creativity, romance, creativity, things you enjoy, ways that you are inspired, gambles and risk, right? So y'all are moving away from that energy as a couple, right? To still being a couple, because it's still at the 19th degree, but it's like everybody knows y'all as a duo. Like y'all are, if there is one, there is two. Y'all have your Venus, your value as a couple in your seventh house. That's in a partnership. With this fourth degree next to your Neptune, the fourth degree is Cancer degree. It's a family, it's a home. The moon in the fourth house. The fourth house is ruled by Cancer. It is the home for the moon. And you have it in Virgo, healing the home, healing the past life bond that got ripped up. And this is really wild because it's like set up. So most of this chart is y'all working together every day on a regular basis just to be in each other's energy. Like whether y'all are working together, y'all are hanging out, y'all just like want to be in the same area doing stuff. Now I am getting from this that once you do this little Reiki Terra thing, you'll be able to see the connection a bit differently. What you do with that is up to you, but this is the energy you'll be attracting going forward. All right, so I was playing this little stupid game called Winked, right? It's a phone download game. And it gets to a point where it's like a fake Tinder, right? So you're swiping people. So I'm just like fake dating little app things because it's freaking fun, right? Because you get the text and all that. It gets to a point where you can stop talking to one of the people, like you'll swipe them right, like, that didn't work. And you'll come across a different one. And when you go to click them, it'll say, this person has the same storyline as blank person that you swiped on before. Do you want to switch to this person? You'll just start off in this storyline where you left off with that one. Some of these peoples are ripples because it's not about the individual you are dating, it's about the vibration or the level that you're at or your healing is at. So you'll just start off where you left with that same soul in different people because it's about the soul you're connecting with at that level versus the actual person or the conduit. So if you are taking the, let's see, I guess I should actually look at your chart for this, because where is your North Node? I know it's in Taurus. Let's see. Yours is in 11th. And you yourself individually were headed to back to sing with the angels. That's what it looks like. But you sort of wanted to link up with your partner that has a hard time getting along with the other angels because he just wants to do what he wants to do. And by the other angels, like the other singers, the other artists, the other conduits of Venusian energy here on this planet, right? So that's what you wanted for yourself. That's where you were aiming, from being deprived of your gifts and finding out why, to linking back up with this person who triggers an event for you that is supposed to feel like your life turning back into the paradise that it was already meant to be in the first place. This is given the Wizard of Oz. Like you had to have a nightmare version of your existence in order for you to appreciate the existence that you actually have. Because your South Node is at the 25th degree next to your Saturn. That's a self degree, your contract on yourself, right? But your blessings, which were retrograde, you weren't allowed to see them. It's also at the 25th degree. You had to see how blessed you were as a person, but only after all the stuff that you went through that you did not like really, you did not see the glory anymore. Like maybe something bad happened and all you could see was the darkness. At some point in this life, you had to go through that as well. And it's like now that you're starting to pour into yourself and appreciate yourself, repair yourself, the glass is gonna like get half back full. Let me know how that resonates for you. Have a good day.